The cold, miserable rain seemed appropriate in Waterloo, Iowa, the day we visited Dan Gable. Because Dan's life, which is wrestling, has been one of endless, hard, tedious, muscle-bruising training. There's a lot of pain in wrestling, and jogging through the rainy streets of mid-America is not one of the more difficult aspects.
It's Dan Gable, the top of the class. I'm rocking your glass house. Make it hard for you to stand stable when I pop in with passion. I'm knocking your ass out. I blast out, shattering everything around. Competition gets buried in the ground. Only took one loss, came back, make them humble, break the rack, at the sound barrier when I mash out. It's young Anthony. The tongue's antifreeze, the rhymes methanol through every bar. They help expand the heat I get in where I fit twice. Like pants that feature more than a waist. Like a size too big, my G's blew out humanity. The DNA prototype. The Pop King's autopsy couldn't get as involved as me on an open mic. Pardon the pun, respect. Let me make it up, listen. Your mic's jack gets sunned like the greatest musician. When I pull the plug at your show, you should've went wireless. Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, try the whole list of them carriers. Vocal clarity barriers compared to New York Rotary. My finger roll flow is sweet like Iceman. So you're free. Go to the first line, it'll let you know what happens next. Critical meltdown like the ice capsule and the axis shifts like a dragon piff on the blackest lips. You suck always like a faggot. Day walking vampire that once says I'm all rage, anabolic, lift weight. Like ending a time restriction, I paint a vivid picture in bars for you. Like artists on prison wars, or like you in my line of vision. Sniper precision rhythm, you're stricken by a writer with a viper's bite. There isn't an antidote. I keep my poise on with Orion's might, or Iron Mike. My constellation's knocking you out fast. A superstar nova all over your clouds gas. It's Dan Gable, the top of the class. I'm rocking your glass house. Make it hard for you to stand stable when I pop on with passion. I'm knocking your ass out. I blast out, shattering everything around. Competition gets buried in the ground. Only took one loss, came back, make a humble, break the rack, at the sound barrier when I mash out. Dan Gable class, school is in session. The rules of progression, I move a direction, that's your perception with visible perfection. Get up and get in, I get up and get in, I get up and get it, get yours to the last that I'm fired. So stop dropping, roll hip hop, and so is what I'm all about. All time, no doubt, no question. The flow is bugged like tap phones. I know you love punchlines. There's coke on my fist to your face. Say no to drugs, knuckles numbing your nose. Yeah, bro, I'm coming with soul. Like when you leave your front door with what is under your toes. My beauteous ways in the whack, they're an inner trait that I resonate. I'm duty free like the tax on the meat that's on your dinner plate. Dishes with your name on them, protein like the Choice Awards. Bitches hang on every word just to send my voice abroad. Overseas like supervision, like third eye, like insightfulness. Avoiding pitfalls like no dog licenses for Michael Vick. Rivals get the rifle tip. Survival is as vital as the rise of the civilization, just like tribal clicks and Bible scripts. The nitroglycerin's my flow, slick and very explosive. Rappers come small and sweet like a dick through 70 donuts. You're 5'9" and frail. I'm Diesel and 6'6". I'll still pick up a big stick and beat the fuck out you with it. Kick you in the dick and make your nuts touch your ribs tips. I show this side of me when you're fucking with this shit. Brownies get sold in plastic cause some fudge packers are rappers. Down the absorbing asses, they quick to pick up a package like incoming mail. Outcomes disgusting, income is bubbling like boiling water. I'm spoiling all your money like oil and water. Spill value continually, light up cause I'm true. Heat, a no-brainer like splitting the dome. I'ma do me. It's Dan Gable, the top of the class. I'm rocking your glass house. Make it hard for you to stand stable when I pop on with passion. I'm knocking your ass out. I blast out, shattering everything around. Competition gets buried in the ground. Only took one loss, came back, make a humble, break the rack, at the sound barrier when I mash out. Dan Gable class, school is in session. The rules of progression, I move a direction. That's your perception with visible perfection. Get up and get in, I get up and get in, I get up and get it, get yours to the last that I'm fired. So stop dropping, roll hip hop, and so is what I'm all about. All time, no doubt, no question. It's Dan Gable, the top of the class. I'm rocking your glass house. Make it hard for you to stand stable when I pop on with passion. I'm knocking your ass out. I blast out, shattering everything around. Competition gets buried in the ground. Only took one loss, came back, make a humble, break the rack, at the sound barrier when I mash out. Dan Gable class, school is in session. The rules of progression, I move a direction. That's your perception with visible perfection. Get up and get in, I get up and get in, I get up and get it, get yours to the last that I'm fired. So stop dropping, roll hip hop, and so is what I'm all about. All time, no doubt, no question.
Yeah, this ain't much right here. Just me with a pen and a pad. When I'm writing, say pop, y'all. When I'm writing, grab a pen and a pad, shift my memories back to good times before things had gone bad. Drinking on Ave, smoking on streets, flowing on beats, wailing with Pete. Now he's deceased, how can it be so soon since my other man passed? My eyes perceive this shit happen. Deep center stabbings are lethal, a pattern of evil. A third cat I knew got shot, no longer here. Pour over beer to the deceased and celebrate him every year. When I'm writing, it's like the force of 10 bombs striking the Pentagon. Defense on, mic is my weapon on the stage of warfare. See my people degraded, oh yeah. Ghettos depraved, and we bathe within fear. Scarcity of effect, keeps us in check. No guaranteed respect, just a smoking gun, broken homes, family neglect. I reminisce on my pops, I never knew him. Did he slip or get shot or die of AIDS? Where's his burial plot? Stay above water, better off as an Olympic swimmer. It's like my feelings been ate like finished dinner. In the winter, I done grinded till my hands froze up. Hit the gym and lifted iron till the man swole up. I'm just writing, no topic structure needed. I'm just drifting. I'm a kingpin in my own ass right. Lyrics are spitting from tone, that's right. Hit the stage, ripped the fucking microphone last night. Ain't get paid, just promoted my plight. I know to do right was wrong is left to desire. Desperation, the spreading of emotional fire. Get close to me, baby. I know that you need it. Your man is overrated, so obey the heat that you feel and freak me and peep at the ceiling mirror, reflecting your guilty action. Feel the passion of overboard flirting and silly acting. But don't be writing my name on the wall, baby. That's wrong to do. I got a girl, lady. What's wrong with you? On the new shit, the state of music is too sick. It's flu strict. The top hits can pluck my pubics. I like old shit, underground new shit, and the soul shit. Labels pass axe and noose and pull a bold grip. Choke hits for platinum, gold plaques are average. Take this little gem and hold that in your cabbage. I'm writing. My Ferguson music is just a light in the comical side for when depression starts to pry and tone space, 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 and space, space. Just like a DJ's 8 crates to play late, I rock the party. Sipping good shit that's not Bacardi. Till I'm so bent that I'm slobbering on some sloppy body. The clubs are all a ploy, I go there just for something moist. Got people stunting, dudes are actors with the front and voice. All that son somebody shit, kill that fucking noise. I may be future man, but that don't mean that I'm your current boy. I'm writing, thinking of riches and scheming for it. Fuck dreaming for it and fuck working for some weak employment. Jobs are temporary means, they're survival tactics. A place to stack chips and invested in a better scene. Pension plans be just as valuable as 10-cent candy. Social security, resort and cash to can meet. All or nothing with no plan B, make it a flop. Grew up broke to hip hop till my radio pop. On Saturday night to Kiss and BLS. Ralph McDaniels played the videos, tune in on UHF. Started spitting at 11, the beginning was the EP. Looping beats from a tape, recording it on deck beat the MC. I challenge anyone to disagree it. History has given me the gift to freely speak it. Fan of sneakers, but didn't have the freshest kicks till later. Till I made my own paper from jobs, hustles, and capers. Looking for the dime catalog, crime extra large was the crew. And we rhymed extra hard up in school. That's right. In the 9th grade, D-Seps were running it. Lows would keep on taking it. Respect the hustle kid I'm writing. Just traveling like a javelin, babbling on how the past has been freestyle, reciting it. Declared genius at a young age. What happened to rocket science? Fuck it, I'm dropping science on the page. Look at the kids today, little gangsters are knee-high. Dyke teens and night scenes, they're too young to breathe by. Corporate wars are currently appalling. What all is it for? Hauling off cats over shores, leaving soldiers slaughtered in scores. More than before, shit is crazy. With clones of babies, would it be insane to see a proven alien freak? Poverty plummets, the homeless cat on the sidewalk. Short hands, deep pockets, tight lips, and wide forks. Wall streets and your streets, my street, and poor streets. Draw heat to survive and striving just for eats. Today's memoir from pen and paper. I then plug the mic and recite the diamonds from when I'm writing. When I'm writing. When I'm writing. And these are the words when I'm writing.
Yo, 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 what up, what up? Let me stretch a little bit. Welcome to another Play and Reply. I am your host, Tone Space up in this thing. Welcome to another Play and Reply. What you heard at the beginning were 2 tracks, some joints that I did. The first one was Dan Gable Class back in 2010. As you see, that had visuals. It had a video to it, and I did that video with a BlackBerry phone. I think it was like a 9300. This is pre-smartphones, or smartphones were just coming into play, but this joint still had the keyboard and whatever. It had a little camera on it. Got my man Big Dioc that you saw in the video, the white dude, and my homeboy Mace was behind the, I guess you could call it a camera. He was behind the camera, and you know, we shot that video or whatever. I call it no budget. Fuck a low budget video. I was on some no budget video shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's Dan Gable Class. And then after that, you heard one of a lot of people's favorite tracks by me, When I'm Writing, a joint I did back in 2006. Just, you know, straight up stream of consciousness, produced by my good man Predator. Shout out to Predator. Shout out to Predator Beats. Okay, so there's another Play and Reply. Now, after the last few Play and replies I did or whatever, I've come to the decision that I'm not going to do any more playing replies, at least at this time, to significantly bigger YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to explain why. A lot of people in the comment section was telling me how they feel. Shout out to everybody in the comment sections, stuff like that. You know, some of them, because you know how the YouTube comment thing is, you know, you're anonymous, nobody sees you, so it's kind of like expected for people to say a bunch of harsh shit to each other. So some people were coming a little out of the pocket how they were talking to me or whatever, but even within that, they did bring up some cool points. And you know, again, shout out to y'all. For example, with A.O. Conseco, shout out to A.O. Conseco of the Big Facts podcast. A lot of people were saying, yo, stop riding his wave. You know, I'd have liked it if you'd told me what you think without riding his wave, clout chasing, all of that. And quite honestly, I have to agree with y'all. Just on the sheer strength that, you know, I'm a man of integrity. And whatever I build, I like to build it off my own merit. I'm not really a fan of riding waves and all that stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? What they call that shit when you ride behind a car so that you save gas, whatever that shit called. You know what I'm saying? I like to do things off my own merit. I don't give a fuck if it's 30 views, 300,000 views. That shit better be off my own shit. So shout out to all of y'all that pointed stuff like that out. And to any subscribers, still, if y'all became a subscriber based off of that video, or the Hassan Campbell, or the Tommy Sotomayor, or the Sinful the P playing reply, still shout out to y'all. I still appreciate y'all, don't get me wrong. However, I'm making a conscious decision not to ride any waves of somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, on a better thing in this here YouTube shit. At the same time, that doesn't mean that, you know, things that go on in the community, urban, black community, hip hop, stuff like that, that doesn't mean I won't do videos about that, obviously, as this joint, I'm doing another joint on 6IX9INE. Or, for example, the you know, since these two people are YouTubers too, Cynthia G and Robert Perkins having a baby or some shit like that. Like a story comparable to that, I could still do, you know, I'll still do videos off of that because that's an actual situation. Even though I'm not trying to do a video about that specific situation because I really don't care. I'm not, you know, a little gossipy shit. Like if I can't draw a good point of it that's gonna be edifying, I ain't really a fan of that. But as you see right now, I'm doing this playing reply off of my man Bulletz Gotti. Shout out to Bulletz Gotti. You see the link below to his channel. Check him out. He does a lot of videos on street commentary and certain public figures, you know, the street life and all of that. You know, I checked a few of his live streams, a few of his videos. You know, he definitely has something. He definitely has his own lane with that. And I believe he raps too, because the intro to this video right here, I believe that's him spitting at the beginning. Shout out to you, Bulletz Gotti. I'd like to build with you on the strength that I'm working on this music station, YouTube music station, where, you know, I just play independent hip hop and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's, you know, on the come up, or, you know, just does music and it's good, it's of a certain, you know, caliber, I want to have like a YouTube radio station where we just let that shit rock out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely would like to, you know, get some tracks from you and everything. Now, not to minimize Bulletz Gotti, as I said, you know, people that's on a certain level, you know, I ain't trying to ride waves, but this brother's on the come up. He's grinding. I see you, bro. I see you grinding and everything. He's going to be on, you know, a bigger level soon. He's definitely on the rise. He's definitely on the come up. So, you know, doing a video on you, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to like sneak diss you, like, oh, you're so small, I could do it. It ain't that. But, you know, I see you growing. Basically, when it comes down to it, like if I do a play and reply or something and it uses someone else's name that's, you know, in this similar circle doing their thing, I want it to be of a mutual exchange, where if I get subscribers or I get attention from those people, I want to in turn be able to provide them with the comparable amount of subscribers or attention by having them in my video. You know what I'm saying? I like a fair exchange, no robbery. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, anybody that knows me knows that this is just who I am. I try to be as genuine as possible. I make mistakes like everybody, but I try to be genuine, fair. Anybody will tell you that knows Tone Space, that knows Anthony Young, that knows Absalom Ben Yisrael. You know what I'm saying? So, since Bulletz Gotti is on the come up, I'm thinking, you know, I could probably bring some, you know, views and attention and subscribers to my brother as well. You know what I'm saying? So this particular play and reply, I was working, had my little YouTube thing on, and he did this video on 6ix9ine talking about stop referring to him as a gangster and stuff like that. And you know, I have some thoughts. I have some things I agree with him, and then I also have a couple things that's slightly of a different perspective that I'd like to share. So right now, let's get straight to it. I'm going to take it at the beginning of this video. He takes a 50 Cent clip where 50 Cent is talking about if 6ix9ine snitched and talks about, you know, the RICO racketeering laws and how he ain't 50, that is, ain't with that gang shit due to the calamity of RICO racketeering charges and shit like that. So I'm going to go past that part. I'm going to get straight into Bulletz Gotti's part. And I believe this is him at the beginning. You know, this brother could spit. He's got a voice. You know what I'm saying? For all my fellow older, I don't even say old school head, I'll say older school heads. What did Guru say? It's mostly the voice. And this brother's voice is nice, along with the actual, you know, lyrical bar quality. If this is him, but I think this is him. But let's get right to it, shall we? Let's go.
Still getting dope. Stayed up in the trap though. Money came fast. Still selling bricks though. Live life that most niggas can never pitch though. Nigga already know my nigga. I catching Ricos. The charge after charge. Squad after squad. The cars in the yard. Nigga fucking with the dawn. Boss of the bosses. I'm speeding in them Porsches. Nigga stay flosses. You know the flow gorgeous. Nigga, you know me. I've been speeding on the stage.
And I really want to do this video to talk about 6ix9ine and this whole snitching nonsense these niggas be talking about. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I don't look at 6ix9ine as a gangster, and I don't think he should be considered in gangster standards. We gotta understand something here. 6ix9ine is a rapper. He made his money from music. That was his revenue. His revenue didn't come from the streets. Okay? 6ix9ine adopted gangsterism and the whole gangster style because he was trying to appeal to the urban street base, the niggas in the hood. Okay? And as a marketing genius, which he is a marketing genius, he appealed to the streets, and the streets started to gravitate to his music. Dude been rapping a long time, but his base was basically your skateboarders, your emo kids, the white kids in the suburbs. That's what his fan base was. He was able to get out of that fan base and adapt to the urban fan base, which I cannot knock him. You know what I mean? Because you got to do anything to sell records, and you got to have different pockets of fan bases. And people calling this dude a snitch and all of this. I mean, dude is an entertainer. Dude is an artist. He's a musician. His revenue didn't come from the streets. Why is we holding him to gangster standards? See, if Frank Sinatra, say, perfect example, right? Frank Sinatra, John F. Kennedy, all these people, right? They had connections with gangsters. They was associated with mobsters. But they was not held to gangster standards. They were entertainers. That's why dudes like Carlo Gambino and Paul Castellano and many other mobsters, Lucky Luciano, they made sure the rap, the entertainer, the musician kept generating money for them and and not only for them, but just generating money and keep him continue to do what he's doing. But the niggas in the hood, when they get behind an artist, they don't show no loyalty. They point fingers at the rappers. You know what I mean? And then the rappers go to jail for some shit that they didn't even do, and motherfuckers don't want to eat a charge and take one for the team. They rather just snitch on that dude and do some disloyal shit like Shotty did, which he fucked your homie baby mama. That's disloyal. That's not real. That's why I said I could not come on here and smear dude, because I cannot hold dude to gangster standards.
He was an entertainer. He's a musician. His money came legitimate. It didn't come illegal. It's a legitimate money he made. He did shows. He did tours. He wasn't an active gang member, an active street dude. He was doing music. You know what I mean? I don't put him in the realm of a Jeezy Moolah or a Bobby Shmurda and any other these other dudes. Like a Casanova. I don't put him in those type of realm. I put him as a dude that's making legitimate money. It's two different games, man. Niggas don't understand that. Y'all got the fucking game all fucked up, man. We got to start looking at it like this, man. Musicians is musicians. Street niggas is street niggas. They're not the same. It's two different games. So he's thinking at it as I'm a musician. I'm an artist, man. Why am I here for shit I don't have anything to do with? Let's be real.
Good perspective, my brother. Good perspective. And much of what you say, I agree with you. I think deep inside, dude ain't a gangster. You look at his eyes, you could tell from day one. I don't care how much shit he got scribbled on his face. You knew what was up. And like you said, he was more of the skateboarder, hacky sack, play that dance bullshit in the arcade type of crowd. And even as he tried to purport that gangster image, you know, a lot of times, you know, that crowd was still just his energy. You know what I'm saying? So very good perspective. And I would agree with you 100%, Bulletz Gotti, if it were not for the information that has been revealed and that has come out. Now, what I'm going to break down is going to be a composite of other people that, you know, news reporters and stuff, your Hip Hop Classics Daily, your BBNs, everybody that's, you know, been covering the story on 6ix9ine, stuff like that, combined with court records that came out, transcripts, what people said, what 6ix9ine eventually ended up admitting to and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell y'all the part that kind of shocked me. And the part that kind of shocked me or took me a little bit by surprise with 6ix9ine, that's where our opinions vary, the information in that, right? So let me take a puff and let's go. All right. In the reports, in the transcripts, it's recently come out that 6ix9ine has copped out to a plea and he has admitted his certain role in a few things. You know, I'm not saying any insider information. I'm going by a complete composite of what has been reported and what is actually, you know, according to the courts, what they divulge, right? All right, so he said he got with Treyway, 9 Treys, whatever, November of 2017. They had him move a kilo of whatever, right? This is what he admitted. He, you know, committed this crime allegedly, or according to the transcripts, according to his own admission. And that was kind of his way into the crew or whatever, right? Now, this is where, you know, my street smarts will go off and tell me why I think they had him do that. I mean, granted, he wasn't rich at that time, I don't believe. November 2017, he was still on the come up. But I think they had him do that just as a way of, you know, to have something on him, so to speak. So it says, look, you're now a part of this clique. So any like other wrongdoings or illegal activity that you see, now you can't say shit because, you know, you just committed this crime. So you can't snitch on us because we have that on you. That's why I think they had him do that particular, you know, alleged crime, move his whatever for them or whatever, right? Now, all right, so that's one thing. Then he also admitted that he aided in an attempted murder of a rival of the gang, right? Now, according to other reporters who have kind of like put these pieces together, it's heavily suspected that that person that he aided in trying to kill was former crew member Snow Billy. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with Snow Billy, he was someone that was around at the time. You could check BBN News. Jack Frost, he has a couple interviews with Snow Billy where Snow Billy has, you know, talked his talk. And he has a book that he's working on trying to come out or whatever with, right? And Snow Billy was shot in the head and survived. So putting the pieces together, I'm not sure. It could have been another person that 6ix9ine admitted to aiding in the attempted murder of. But right now, according to different reports, combining what the court transcripts say, it's highly suspected that that individual was Snow Billy, right? So it's like, all right, so as soon as he did that, now he has committed an actual quote-unquote gangster action. 2 gangster actions, really. Moving whatever he had to move around the beginning and aiding in the attempted murder of whomever he attempted to murder, be it Snow Billy or another person that's a rival of the gang, right? So now he has actually committed actual acts. So when he talks that gangster shit to the public, there's actually something that validates it to the public. You feel what I'm saying? Because prior to 6ix9ine admitting that in the court documents and everything, that caught me off guard. That threw me for a loop. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no inkling that he did either of those things, right? Though there were some clues in his music that did make me wonder and did make me say, like, yo, what is this little nigga getting himself into? Is he actually really with the shits or trying to force himself to be with the shits? I'll break it down. 2 different lines, right? I forget the name of the songs, but it's one of the songs where he says something, you a killer, I'm a killer too, right? When he said I'm a killer too in his music, I was like, all right, he's just, running off at the mouth, trying to build that gangster shit, whatever. He ain't no killer. He's just talking that shit, right? But then he said a similar line another time. I believe it's in the song with Nicki Minaj. And then, mind you, this is like a popish, lady-friendly, pull the bitches type song or whatever. But he said something along the lines of, kill people, but I really do it. So now you have 2 examples of music where he has referenced himself as a killer, right? So after he did that twice, I still didn't think that he was with the shits like that at all or tried to be at all. However, it did raise an eyebrow. It did make me wonder. I'm like, is this nigga really engaging in this bullshit? And then what's another thing that came out in the court documents? That he paid one of his peoples 10 G's to pop at Chief Keef. Now, the court documents are kind of conflicting because if you read it, I think it says, at one part at the beginning, it says he paid him 10 G's to shoot Chief Keef, right? However, a little later, it then says that he paid him 10 G's to shoot at Chief Keef, where 6ix9ine said that he did it just to scare him. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is a very important distinction because shooting him to kill him or just shoot him will suggest that was an attempted murder. Shoot at him to scare him, that may not be that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no one got shot. Now, I actually said that in a video that I thought that that's what it was. I thought that, that was just some heavy, foolish, but heavy trolling that he was doing. Have his man shoot at him. Like when that, and then a couple days later, that actually came out. Now, I don't know which one it is, but I'm going more with the idea that he paid him to shoot at him. I'm still going to give him at least that much credit or whatever, right? But even still, paying somebody to shoot at someone or to scare them or whatever, aiding in an attempted murder of a rival of a gang, and then moving some work. And I think he also copped out to moving fentanyl and a couple other drugs. So at this point, to the public, if he talks that I'm a gangster shit, there's actually action that he has committed that validates that, in a sense. I know it sounds a little weird. Where I still agree with you, Bulletz Gotti, is at the end of the day, deep inside, I still don't think he was a gangster, if that makes sense. What I think happened, what I'm pretty sure that happened, is it was like a puzzle. He had this one puzzle piece, tried to fit it in to something, to interlock it in its matching place. Problem is, that puzzle piece did not fit. So he tried to force it in there, maybe cut the edge off, and he still wanted to fit that puzzle piece into that place that it didn't fit. Meaning, deep inside, no, that dude was not a gangster. However, he kind of forced himself to be one. Like, he never became a gangster deep inside. It was on him, not in him. However, aiding in these roles with the alleged gang or whatever, on the surface, that does make him, I guess, quote unquote, a gangster. So if in his music, I'm a killer too, or this and that, he actually has action that validates it. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe, Bulletz Gotti, your main argument is that, all right, dude's in court, he's snitching or potentially snitching or doing whatever, and you're saying like, yo, how can we hold him to the role or you know what I'm saying, to the level of an actual gangster? Because that's not him. He's just an entertainer, right? But according to his own admission, he has integrated himself within that crew beyond just being an entertainer. And in my opinion, that shit was idiotic. It was stupid. What you said of him just being an entertainer and dressing up as the gangster stuff, appealing to the urban market so we could add that market to, the hacky sack video game skateboarder crowd and all that. Yes, that's that is a good move to try to do that. But what you're saying that he did is what I think he should have remained doing, meaning not engage himself in actual inner workings like that and actually doing shit like that. You know what I mean? So yes, I do believe at the core he is and never was a gangster. However, behind the scenes, he forced himself to try to be one for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Because quite frankly, I think even Snow Billy in his interview, he said that they had a conflict of interest in regard to 6ix9ine. Snow Billy wanted 6ix9ine to, practically be like on a cereal box, be the new Lucky Charms or something. Wrestling fans, think of John Cena. Everybody talks about John Cena, turn heel. Heel means bad guy. Turn the bad guy. But look, John Cena is over with the kids. That means he's popular with the young crowd. He sells the most merchandise with the young crowd. So they keep him a good guy and he stays very successful. Right? 6ix9ine. You look at him, he appeals to children. He's a colorful little kid. He's kid friendly. That's why he would go to high schools throwing money around and the kids are going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the Michael Jackson of children. You know what I'm saying? Of young teens falling out, crying on the fact that they see him. He's a short guy. Not to say that physical dimensions always have any and everything to do with it, but being a short man, he looks like the kids. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he should have stayed in that lane. And if Snow Billy was trying to get him to rock out in that lane, shit, I gotta agree with them. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been a much better business move in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to fit that puzzle piece. He tried to turn heel, even though heel was not in him. So at the end of the day, when people are talking about how can he turn on these people and this and that, look what he ended up letting people know that he did. He actually committed, according to his own admission anyway, he actually committed quote unquote gangster actions. Sure, it wasn't in him, because if it was like really deep at the core in him, he wouldn't break, bend, or fold. He's breaking, bending, and folding because the truth of him not being able to carry that weight and to carry that penalty and that outcome from those actions or potential calamity for those actions, that was not in him. Of course, he was not built for that. But I gotta tell you that I think people are right to take exception to him, to You know what I'm saying? To feel a way about that. Sure, he never was a gangster deep inside. But once you do certain actions, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. You know what I'm saying? So he was supposed to stay completely solid. He should have been what you are saying that is all he was. And that is an entertainer. And again, like I said, I was a little bit surprised to find out that he was involved in these actual things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so ultimately, I agree with you as far as him as a person. You could see it in his eyes. You could see how he moves. You could see how he engages. He didn't belong, you know, in that stuff. And it's kind of messed up because you have older people around you. Dude's what? He was 21 when he got on. He's 22 now. It was their responsibility to keep him away from, you know, certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling this from experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I grew up in the hood. I've had those opportunities where I could have went, you know, a certain route or whatever on some gangster shit. But I'm keep it a buck. It was not in me. You know what I'm saying? It's not in me to be a killer or a killer too or this and that. I'll tell you how goofy a kid the fuck I was on some trying to fit that puzzle piece where it don't belong. Me and my peoples, we found the gun one time. Found the motherfucking gun on some juice shit. And we were in Harlem, so literally on some juice shit. We found the gun, right? One day my man will take the gun and walk around in front with it. Next day my other man will take the gun, walk around in front with it. Not a single clip of bullet in the motherfucker. One day I'll take the gun so I could walk around in front with it. I was just thinking about this the other day. What my dumb ass do? I'm in Far Rockaway, Queens, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I might have had a gold front or something too or whatever. Walking down the street, got the shit in my waist. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on some other shit or whatever. And like I see some dude like walking toward me. So I'm walking by him. What my goofy dumb ass do? You know, just casually like lift up my shirt to show that I got that piece on me and then, you know, ice grill him right quick. Stupid shit. I ain't have a single clip, bullet, nothing in there. And I'm just lifting up my shirt front and walking by the nigga to scare him on some goofy ass dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, what if he was with the shit? You know what I'm saying? And just by seeing the shit, he draws out and it could have been a rap. You know? So, shit like that I had to learn from. You know? A lot of different opportunities where, you know, I could have tried to go a certain route, tried to fit a puzzle piece. But there were always actions and situations that, you know, I would be in or engage in that kind of told me like, yo, this is not meant for me. You know what I'm saying? This is not my energy. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was like on some street hustling stuff, and, you know, I always say I was never, you know, chopping up anything, or I might have bagged some weed and sold a little bit of pills or something here and there occasionally. But for the most part, I had the CDs and movies. I was the bootleg guy. I got in the market when the shit was starting to thrive, got the burners, had an enterprise, wholesale, all that shit. That was my little hustle, you know. But just like anything, it's you know, it's a networking thing. You know, you go to the drug dealers' blocks and, you know, you sell to them here, that, you know, also selling clothes. You know, the people that were with the shits on heavy in the drug game, they like the fresh shit. So, you know, you go to the, you know, trap house, whatever, with the shit like that. You know, it's all networking. But even when I was doing shit at that level on, you know, the CDs and movies and shit, wholesale or the hand-to-hand retail and everything, certain neighborhoods I would go in. You know, I had one of my dudes, he put me on to certain neighborhoods so I could have that in. So, you know, I could go there and we could make bread together and shit like that. And I said this in a past video. Even my mans that I was doing my street activity with, even though it wasn't on no serious football number risking type of street activity, but even dude would tell me that I'm not street. You know what I'm saying? While we were engaging in different things. You know? Like he knew what my energy was. And I agree. And because I wasn't street, like hardened street like that, that's why I never, you know, took it to other levels. You know what I'm saying? I've always tried to be a conscious person too. Let me tell you what I did. When I got to the level of wholesaling, certain people that were, you know, doing their little weed and coke hand-to-hand shit, quite a few people, I had them put that shit down and pick up, you know, buy some work from me, buy some CDs and movies, and they would end up making as much or better bread, you know, with that hustle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud to say that in a lot of occasions, I would stop people from actually drug dealing. You know what I'm saying? At least the low level, you know, hand-to-hand folks, you know? So shit like that, you know? That's more my lane. Educate, edify, leave a good imprint, something positive. Never anything that's just me. I gotta get, take, cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to be introspective and know that and look inside and find that out about myself and not be afraid to be who I am. This Rico racketeering case, it should let all you wannabe crooks, you halfway crooks, you even y'all people that may be in the game, it should let you know that we have to remold what is cool, what is lit, what is being down, because it sure the fuck ain't that shit. Because look what's happening to these people. And the you know, the other crews and organizations that are out here engaging in similar shit or whatever. Y'all day might come too. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, people are gonna break, bend, or fold. Even the people that have it in them and not on them. 8 to 9 times out of 10, if they get knocked and they throw crazy numbers at them, they break, they bend, they fold. So it's not just 6ix9ine, somebody who was a wannabe gangster trying to fit the puzzle piece. Even the ones where the puzzle piece motherfucking fits, it'll never fit all the way completely, because, you know what I'm saying, they'll roll on people when it come down to it. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. It wasn't in him, but he forced it on him. And because of that, he's in some real deep crazy stuff. So all y'all that think 6ix9ine was cool, the gangster image, the this and that, let him be an example for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let him be an example for y'all. Another little addendum I want to add. This dude, Bobby Shmurda, right? Another man that was with the shits. Shout out to Bobby Shmurda. As I understand, when he got knocked, he took an additional 2 years to avoid one of his codees from, I think, 10 years or something. They were going to throw some crazy numbers at one of his codees, but if Bobby copped out and took an extra 2 years on his sentence, then his other man will get a lot of a reduced sentence. So shout out to him for, you know what I'm saying, for doing that and all that, right? And I said this in a video in the past before the indictments went down and everything, but I kind of saw where things were going when 6ix9ine got Bobby Shmurda on that song and everything. I was like, yo, that's an investment. Because honestly, when Shmurda come out, 6ix9ine may be going in, and then 6ix9ine may need Bobby Shmurda, who's going to be out and who's going to be popping. He may need a favor from him in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, they saying 6ix9ine sentence is 2020. They say Bobby Shmurda is expected to be out in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm predicting this. I think Bobby Shmurda, he's gonna blow, because he's gonna fill that 6ix9ine role. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna blow up when he comes back out. Yeah, it's a wrap. People gonna, you know, look at him like, yo, you were more upish than 6ix9ine was and everything. So we'll probably get props on that aspect. You know, the streets are gonna fuck with him, and he's gonna fill that void that 6ix9ine kind of put in people and temporarily filled for them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna see him as, you know, being a solid dude. And yeah, he's gonna blow. He's gonna blow. He might even do better than, you know, what 6ix9ine was able to do. So, you know, that's what that is. So yeah, shout out to Bulletz Gotti again. I'm put the link in there. And yeah, dude, if you do music and all that, if that's you at the beginning, yeah, holla at me, because I want to do this radio show and I want to play like a lot of, you know, independent music that's good from different people and shit like that. So yeah, subscribe to Bulletz Gotti. Just, you know, my little take on things. Again, you know, no more playing replies to people that's